Back, so let's hope this goes better than the previous one. So we're just gonna do this on here because technical issues, you guys. I don't know what's going on. Things are just not going as smooth, but we are determined. We're gonna do this. So let's just carry on. No pressure there. No, we've got this. We've got this under control. So let's just go for it. How is everybody doing today? How is your Sunday going? Um, so yes. Oh my God, no pressure there, no pressure whatsoever. Good afternoon. Do come back. I apologize with all these glitches in the matrix. There's a glitch in the matrix, that's for sure. But we're here. We've got this. So, how is everyone doing? How is your day going? So, yeah, do tell me what fragrance is everyone wearing. Um, I'm not wearing any fragrance at the minute because I think we're gonna be spraying a few things as we go along with the sampling of the samples. We have lots of samples to go up to smell, and a lot of them I just left them to kind of smell them when I have time because I haven't had much time. Hey, hi Rosa, good afternoon. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming along. So we're gonna talk about Exsence, how it went. You guys, so I did share some snippets from the event, what was going on, the parties, some of the houses I found. And yes, and Rosa was there. That's where we met at Exxon. So it's nice to see you. How are you doing? What fragrance are you wearing today, Rosa? Do tell us. Do share with us. I'm not wearing anything, so I'm gonna spray something as we go along. But yeah, I'm super excited to share. So yeah, so lots of discoveries were made at Exxons, and Exxons as the event itself. I think some of you are already aware from the things that other people have said, their experience. Obviously, for me, it wasn't my first time because I've been before, and you know, I kind of knew what to expect, and is it that what I expected happened? Of course, there is always something new, something, you think, oh, okay, meant or not, but it was nice to be out there. It was, ah, I see Rosa is saying today she's wearing Imperatrice Lavani because tomorrow she's going to make a review. Have you heard of the brand, the fragrance Imperatrice Lavani? If you haven't, you should. You really should, and you should be on it. Try it, sample it, wear it, enjoy it. So thank you, Rosa. That's amazing. So you are having a fabulously scented Sunday. Well done. I might just go for it myself with Imperatrice Lavani. I have it here. It's among the fragrances I'm looking at, which I'm probably going to have to wear. So how is your afternoon going? Hope you're having an amazing day. So yeah, so about Exxons, it was quite interesting, but what I found interesting was the fact that I felt like this year there were a lot more brands showcasing. It was definitely, to me, it felt like this year was much bigger. The audience was much larger, I think, compared to last year, even though even last year it was busy, but this year it felt like it was overwhelmingly busy. there were definitely, I think, a lot more people. And I think that's also to do with the fact that last year we were just coming out of COVID, so not many people are confidently traveling, whereas now we are more confident to travel, to go abroad, and just go to different places. No one is, I think at the moment people are kind of over the COVID, like, okay, no one is scared to go to public places because we're like, we can go there, we can do this. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, so, and the brands as well, I did notice there were quite a few brands I spoke to. It was their first time showcasing. So, obviously, there's always more people wanting to showcase. And for myself, the Exxon's experience this year, I found I was more busy. I was more busy in that I had more appointments compared to last year. I think last year when I went, I just went like, we're going to see how it goes. I'm just going to go with the flow. I didn't have a plan or things like that. Whereas going in this year, I already had at least a list of what I wanted to do. Like what am I going to do? What brands I was looking forward to see, and I'd made appointments obviously to see other people with regards to my own brand. So that kind of kept me busy, and I found that I was more structured in a way compared to last year, because I think I was trying to manage my time much more than I did last year. So yeah. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, so I think I was trying to be a bit more organized, knowing how time goes, how there's so much to do, because it's very easy to get carried away, overwhelmed, and when that happens, you end up maybe not doing as much as you would have liked to. So going in, I had a plan, like every single day. I had a plan, like, okay, these are the appointments I have, so I've got windows in between these times, then I can go in to fit in to see whatever I wanted to see, and just maybe catch up here and there. If I see someone, I'm gonna stop, because there were some times where I meet someone, I'm like, I really would love to chat, but I can't chat much because I need to be somewhere to meet this person, because someone is waiting for me. And because it was quite busy upstairs, I was like, I was trying to have all my appointments like downstairs, where it was a bit more quieter and just a bit more relaxed, and not and less noisy as well. Like it was more quiet, it wasn't as noisy. And so John, I bet you got asked for a lot of autographs. As if, as if. So yeah, so it was quite a lot, and obviously there was so many things to see. And if I'm being honest, from all the brands that were there, I probably maybe managed to smell maybe a quarter, because it's so much. It's like so much. So much. And just, for me, I was like, okay, things that I won't really have opportunity to sample if I'm in England. That was kind of my plan, like the brands that are not readily available, because I know, like, if I want to smell a fragrance that's they're readily available to where I live, I'm like, I can always go in and so. But I did make an effort to stop, like some British brands, just to stop, say hello, but yeah, so it was a lot of discoveries made. There were a lot of fragrances, and every single day I found myself so exhausted. Like, where you get back, you're like, oh, my feet, my feet, my feet, because it's a lot of walking. But I was very sensible. I took my trainers, so I was reaching in trainers, very comfortable, so that way at least I could be on my feet all day. And I didn't sleep a lot. So it's like, it's crazy, because I think I was going to bed every day, like, I don't know, 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this every day. So it's kind of like, you tell yourself, it's okay. I can be tired today. I can be tired tomorrow because I've got a week when I'll go back to normal and not do this. Because when you get to my age, being up past midnight every day is like too much. So yeah, so I wasn't getting much rest, but I did my best. No. So yeah. So I did enjoy it. It was quite interesting. I met lots of people. It was nice to meet new people, and some of the new people I met, Rosa is here. So I met Rosa, and I think we met on the first day, which was quite nice because then we spent the rest of the exhibit together. We did lunch together. We did go out to parties together. It was nice. So it was nice to meet new people because I think going in, I was kind of wary, like, oh, I'm gonna be all by myself. I don't have company. I don't have a roomie. I don't have a buddy. How is this gonna go? Of course, you have to think about these things. But as I got there, it was like, you know what? You've got this. You can do this. Just go for it. So I did, and it was nice. So I met Rosa, I met Estelle, I met other people as well. But it was nice that we clicked and we just, we did all sorts of things, and it was nice. So, and we went to parties, we danced a lot. So yes, and anyway, so as well, we got introduced to a lot of brands, a lot of fragrances. And for me, if you ask me what was the highlight from the show, I would say, like, I'm laughing, John, like a wild weekend away, which it was literally a wild week away for me. Like, it was wild. The moment I got to Milan, I was out. I got there because I went the day before. So I got in the afternoon. I was like, okay, I went to the hotel, let's settle in. Showered. I was like, well, I'm going to grab something to eat, have a look around, just, check out the area where I am. I was near to the venue, but not as close as I was last time, because last time I was literally like 2 minutes walk down the road. But this time, when I booked, it says 0.6 miles. I realized it was actually more like a mile away or something, which for me just felt like quite a lot. But yes, so I did that. The moment I got there, I was out. I took myself, I went to the city center. So I went to check out, the attractions, eat some food. I didn't even care that I was alone. I was like, you know what, yellow. So I did that, which was quite fun. I came back, I was more ready, like, okay, I've got this tomorrow, I'll be there. I get there, what do I see? First thing I get to there, I want to be on time. Yes, John, Milan is very pretty. Very pretty. It's very nice. Lots to see, lots to do, lots to eat. It's very nice. It's that kind of a city. But I feel like Milan is a bit like London to me. Like, I wouldn't want to live in the middle of Milan. Like, it's like London for me. Like, it's very nice, but I'm happy to go for the day and go away somewhere a bit more quiet. So, but yeah, so I did that, and lots of shopping. It's a very nice place for you to really part with your money like easily. Lots of nice things around. It's like London if you are in Mayfair or you are in Kensington, or like you're gonna have lots of things calling your name, like, oh, hello, I'm shiny, I'm golden, I'm beautiful, take me home. So yeah, so it was nice. And we get to there, they're like, oh no, only the people who are exhibiting are going in first. So we are just in the queue. So I see a Daft Banker, I see Karim, yeah. I see him, I see, a few people. So we're chatting, waiting to go in. Of course, the excitement building. It was quite nice. Go in, and it's like, wow, like loads and loads of people. It was crazy, but it was really nice. So I enjoyed that. And Yeah, so the first day I discovered a few brands. I did check out, there was lots of brands, but I did a quick, zoom around to see who's where, so that way I know where I'm going. I did actually look on my map, so I looked on my map and I made a note where I'm gonna go, when, what time. So that happened, and we saw lots of brands. And then we were looking like, oh my God, we're looking for the Nishane. Like, where are they? We couldn't see them. And I'm thinking, the one, I haven't seen them. The two, I'm like, where are you guys? On was it day two or three? Yeah. So then I bump into one of the owners, the brand owners, Makarat, and he's like, oh, we're upstairs. I was like, oh, I found you, I've been looking for you, like, yeah. So I went, and oh my God, I was quite wowed by that, because they had the new collection. So this new collection, I think you guys have seen it on Instagram. They've posted about it. So they are collection of fragrances from their house. They are best sellers. They've gone and improved on them, so to speak. So they've revamped the range. So there is the 5 fragrances. I have the sample set, and I have one of the bottles, because you guys, I like Anne. So we have the sample set. So it comes like so Nishane X. And so in the collection, there's Annie, there's Fanny of Flame, there's Archivat, 100 Silent Ways, and Wulon Cha, and they are all called Nishane X. So it's like, yes, they've been about everywhere. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, John. Maybe because I haven't really had much time online. I haven't seen much of them other than on their page. I don't know, but yeah, that collection, I'll be honest with you, are quite, like, I'm trying to take them out. Bear with. They're quite tightly packed in there. Okay, yeah, so it's the 5 fragrances. So there's obviously lots of people, as you know, love 100 Silent Ways. People love Anne. People love Fanny of Femmes. Archivat. I believe Archivat is their bestseller from the whole collection. So, and the new Archivat and Woolen Chair. But I will tell you something. I spread the new Archivat. Oh my God. This fragrance, it's actually really nice. It's very, very addictive, I will tell you that. And let's spray it, because I can't resist. And one thing I will tell you, this is so long lasting, because I've been wearing it. Wow. I have the original. So when you say the original, I feel like the new Archivat is less sharp, because the original Archivat does have, bear with me, I'm gonna get to that just to compare. We're gonna go. Good evening, Paul. Hi, thank you for joining us. Yes, like I said, for me, the moment I spread it, one thing that stood out for me was the fact that the new Archivat is less sharp. It's much more sweeter, almost sweeter, like the pineapple is much more sweeter. You can smell it. It's more pronounced. It's more fruity as well. Less sharp, more refined, but ever so addictive. Like, it's much, you can say it's much nicer. Like, definitely the improvement here, it's much nicer. I definitely love the Archivat, but I still have this bottle. It's 100 ml, so I'm like, I still have quite a lot of this. I don't know, but I'm tempted to want to get that one as well. But the new Archivat X, honestly, you could say it's more of like an improved Aventus, because you can't escape from the fact that it will smell similar to Aventus. obviously because of the pineapple, but this is more of an upgraded version of Aventus. It's really nice, and the longevity on it, it's stunning. It's amazing, and sillage and lots of compliments, no doubt, because people are definitely going to notice this fragrance. Like, you will be noticed. People will smell it and stop you like, wow, you smell nice. And sillage, amazing. Longevity, amazing. You have to try it for yourself. I'm not even just saying it because they gave me samples or whatever, but it's a really stunning fragrance. One I definitely highly recommend. And I feel like this fragrance, it will be worn like throughout the year. Whereas I feel like the Archivat original is more for me like a summer spring fragrance, but I feel this one, because it's more sweeter, more nicer, more refined, it's not as sharp, you can definitely wear it throughout the year. Yes, too long and too long since we had some. Yeah. Absolutely. For Heidi. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on the new Archivat. The new Archivat, stunning, amazing. And then we come to, I can't help it, you guys. When I wore the Archivat X the first time, I could not help it but wear it for the next 3 days, because every time I didn't even spray much, because I'm like, I only have a sample. I cannot be wearing so much of it. I need to just wear the one. I literally went one spray on my neck, one spray on my arm. I did a spray on my scarf. That was enough. For 2 days, I could smell it. The next day I wore it, I literally went with one spray because I still had it on. It's so potent. Like, it's amazing, and for me this is what I like. I'm like, that's why I ended up wearing it 3 days, and I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I highly recommend. The other fragrance in the collection, this one I don't have the original, so I really can't tell you. I can only tell you by itself. This is Wulong Chang, and I had a sit down with the brand owner, and he was just telling me, we sprayed them and went through. I'm gonna go on here with this one. I don't even mind to have these on skin, because damn, Wulong Chang is, it's fresh, very uplifting. It's got almost, it's like a touch of, almost like a touch of a tea to my nose at least, but it's a lovely. And he said to me, this is one of the strongest fresh fragrances on the market you could smell. And it's just, it's a beautiful fragrance. But if I'm choosing between Wulong Chang and Archivat, I'm definitely going for Archivat. But both really, really lovely fragrances. Don't get my, don't take my word for it. Always, like I say, sample for yourself, see how they develop on you, see what you think, because everyone has a different take on fragrances. Fragrances can be so subjective. Dotty Girl, hi, says Nishane Salt and Vetiver is divine. Yes, that is a lovely fragrance. I know lots of men love that one. Definitely the Salt and Vetiver from Nishane, that's another one that I would recommend. But Wulong Cha, for me, it's got like some flowers. You smell like there's some flowers, but they are so well blended to the point where nothing specifically will jump so much at you. But it's a nice fragrance, definitely one to try. And I'm trying not to spread too much of them, because as you know, there are samples and other people would love to try, so I would love to have to pass them on for other people to try them as well. But Archivat X, I'm definitely considering getting a bottle, even just a 50 ml. And then we have the 100 Silent Ways. So this one again, let's see. Let's smell this one. I didn't even spray these other than the time I sprayed them. We've got that on there. Okay, let's go in the mid here. So the 100 Silent Ways, I think you guys Um, oh, wow. That sweetness is already hitting my nose. Wow. Yes, this is the one that's on the it's almost gourmand, even though it's got kind of like a tobacco-ish, but it's nice. It would be a good reminder of your trip, definitely. But oh, 100 Silent Ways, you guys, there are fans of 100 Silent Ways here. You've tried it, but again, because I had the sample of the original. I don't know where it is. I need to find it somewhere. If I find it, um, it would be nice to compare a Gaumont tuberose, the original. It's gorgeous. Yes, this is again, John, definitely, like I said, that tuberose does hit your nose, but because Nishane have done a tuberose with tuberosa, for me, that tuberosa, oh my god. That fragrance, I need a bottle of that because I used to have a bottle that's now finished, like finished. I don't even have a little bit left. And that bottle was only the 15 mil. So now I'm like, I need a bigger bottle because, and I had the hair perfume of it as well. I had the hair perfume for the tuberosa. Oh my god, you guys, that tuberosa, and it's one of my most complimented fragrances as well. That tuberosa, very nice, really very nice. John, you reminded me, I couldn't help myself. Is another fresh one that's nice. I haven't tried, I've tried the colonies, but I've not really worn it to the point I can't really remember how it smells. The other thing from the tuberosa, oh John, you have to, I wish you would have to, I have the body oil for it as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, I will tell you one thing, that tuberosa has become one of my most recommended, my most complimented fragrances in my collection. So this is their body oil. So very very nice again. Look at that. It's the tuberosa, so it's got, summer is coming, and you guys have said this before. When it's summertime, I just want to wear a body oil like this, go out in the sun smelling yummy, lovely, glowing. You know, that's that. And this, because it's so lovely, gourmand-ish, lovely, fresh, so inviting, and everybody around you will love this. And it's just so inviting. It's very easy to love and to enjoy. Even if someone is wearing this, I'll be complimenting them. And this is one of the fragrances that everyone, even at work, will compliment on. Like, you smell so nice, it's so beautiful. You've got the whole collection. Oh, the whole collection? No, John. The whole collection would be nice to have a whole a lot of them. The only other bottles I have, as you can see, is I've got Credo, I've got Anne, the new one. So anyway, moving on. So that's nice. Yes. So this the 100 Silent Ways is more gourmand. It's lovely gourmand, not too sweet, but just sweet enough. And I think from what I remember last time I sprayed them, in the background, in the development of the fragrance, because I had the bloaters. It's funny because I had the bloaters I sprayed when I had the sit down, and I'm trying to look for them. I don't know where I've put them. But when I tried them, when I smelled them after I've returned up to now, those bloaters, I can smell the fragrances on them. How crazy is that? So just tells you like how punchy they are, like strength on them, amazing. So yeah, moving along, fan your flames. So fan your flames, This is one, I think, again, it's a bestseller of theirs. Lots of people have this one. So we're gonna go into the elbow in there. Oh yes, this, oh wow, I can't remember. I think it's either Fan Your Flames or 100 Silent Ways that he likes. So we're probably gonna end up getting one of these. And again, this is an improvement on the original. And this one, it's more, I'm trying to describe it. Yes, it's got like almost like a tobacco, but I feel like this tobacco is, it's not, more like a brown tobacco, maybe to the point where it's dried. It's not like your green leaf, if that makes sense. I would say for me, I love this collection, but Fanny Flames would probably be in the list if I was looking to buy them to add to my collection, because you guys know I love kind of sweeter things, so I would lean more to the fragrances that are much more sweet, like Archivat, like, you know, and or 100 Silent Ways, those ones. Even Woolen Chai, it's nice fresh, it would make a lovely addition to my collection with the things I have, like to add more variety. That would be really nice. So moving on, that's really nice, really nice. Like some coconut, is that coconut? Some things, there's some kind of fruit, almost like a kind of like a tropical vibe. Moving on, the last one, not the least, in the collection is Anne. Anne. So this one again, it does sound, they are all lovely, John, to be fair, they are all lovely. So, and this one obviously by Cecile Zarokian. And you guys, you know very well how much I love the original Anne. So I was very, very excited to want to try the new Anne. Like, how does it compare to the last one? So, hi, Alicia. So, yeah. And the new Anne, it's less sharp. You know, like the original Anne, you felt like, oh, the ginger is more pronounced, the cardamom. The new Anne, it's less sharp, it's more fresher, more like more fresh. You know, that freshness, like the cardamom is more alive, so to speak, more fresh. The vanilla in here, again, I felt like in the original and the vanilla is more spicy. And to answer that question, Paul is asking if the original perfumers created this range. Yes and no. So the original Anne was by Cecile. She's done this one as well. But I did notice that the original Archivat was by Jogli. Oh my God, I'm botching the name probably, but Jogli. He did the original fragrance. I noticed the X was composed by Julian Rasquent. Julian Rasquent, he did this Archivat X. So I can't remember for the others. I didn't really take time to check, but I know that those two are the ones I noticed, that the other one was by a new perfumer. I only know this because I have the original, and the original, when I did talk about it, looked it up, I remembered it was Jogli who made the fragrance. He's made, because he made Tuberosa as well for Nishane, and he made for Kalaj, he made Alize. So I know the perfumer, but for whatever reason, they've not collaborated on this one. I don't know why. And also, it's interesting to note that Jogli is also Turkish, I believe. he lives in Turkey, or he travels, but I know he's Turkish. So it was for me interesting to note, and it's interesting that you asked that question. But yes, why they departed to have a new perfumer make the fragrance when the other perfumer is, I mean, available, is still here making fragrances. And yeah, so, and the fact that he didn't make not only one fragrance for them, he made a few fragrances for them, but they've gone and asked somebody else to improve on it. So yeah, interesting, but who knows what the tea behind that is? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know these things, but yeah. But the new Anne is more flowery, so to speak. It's less sharp, it's more fresh. But with that said, I don't know, maybe because I wore the original Anne for so long, I enjoyed that. I think for me, whereas the other fragrances, I would easily say that, okay, John, I'm laughing at that. But anyway, so for me, the new Anne, I love it because it brings something quite different, quite different. It's less, gingery. It's more fresh. It's lovely. I love it, and I have a bottle of that. I think you did see it. So I'm gonna do a comparison video for you guys. Just I haven't had time to properly wear it, and I noticed that with the new packaging, they've done the labels, the older bottles, just for comparison, because the other one was the same. It's like just written on there, whereas this one has a plaque. Can you, if you can see that? So like a golden plaque, which all of them have, which I felt was quite interesting way to distinguish from the originals. I do not have my bottle of the original Anne at the moment, you guys, because when I was traveling, I was wearing Anne. Someone smelled it. They were like, "What are you wearing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm wearing this fragrance called Anne from Nishane," and they were like, "Oh, I've not heard of this, but it smells amazing. Can I see the bottle?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course you can." So yes, that could be it, because the order, like I said, I don't have the order. I'm so sad, but I feel like I need to repress that fragrance anyway. But yes, Paul is saying the X represents the color of the old label. It's interesting, Paul, you say that, because now I'm curious. Hold on. These ones, they all have the same. Okay, so we've got a bit of green, and I see what you mean. Fanny of Hems was all green. Okay. I did not pick that up, actually. Well done for pointing that out, because the others all have got just the green, so maybe the original labels were like that as well. That's quite interesting. Just tell them you're wearing Savage. Yeah, uh, Savage. Savage. Anyway, so the person smelled, and they were like, "No, I'm taking this." And at that point, my bottle was kind of about here, nearly gone, like past the halfway mark. And they're like, "No, you can always get these fragrances, you get stuff, so I'm having this." I'm like, "No, but you can't. It's only my bottle, no, it's not even cheap for me to replace, They're like, "No, sorry, Mia, I'm taking this." I was like, "Really?" But anyway, I'm glad that someone else went and had a lovely time enjoying to wear Anne, because I mean, it's Anne. It's a stunning special fragrance, and this one again, stunning. And Cecile, she does a magic, and I love a lot of her fragrances, and I think I love them for a reason, because she makes really lovely fragrances. I love her fragrance. I love, yeah, I've got a few of Cecil's fragrances. No, just a fun girl. So she makes lovely fragrances. Okay, so that was the Nishane collection, which we discovered. So I'm gonna give these a nice full wear, compare the ones I can compare with what I have. And yeah, I'll be quite happy to share with other people once I've sampled them, for other people to get a chance to sample, because I don't know how readily available the collection is. I've seen a few people on their page asking when are these going to be delivered, so I imagine that not many people have had a chance to smell them as yet. But I was quite lucky because they had them obviously at Exsence, like all the other brands, samples, giving samples, etc. Moving on, just quickly I wanted to point out, because this is from Milano Fragrance, and I don't think, John is asking, is the Nishane X limited editions? I don't think they are. If they are, they are not saying that. I don't think they even said that they're limited editions. I don't think they are. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I've not seen that mentioned anywhere. All I've seen is this is a new collection of their best sellers reimagined. So I don't think they are. But what I wanted to say was about these the other fragrances. So when I was at Exsence, I took a chance to go and smell Panettone. I think I sampled it before. I can't remember if I did. I think I did, but I think this is Afari, is Piazza Afari. These are new ones, like latest to the collection, because from where they've started off, suddenly there is quite a lot in their collection. So we do have, my God, I can't even remember how many are there in the Milano Fragranza now. I've not sniffed the new ones. John, you and me both. So this is the first time I'm gonna sniff them. I did spray them when I was on their stand, and I spoke to Emanuela, but they were so busy because everyone is like, Mask Milano, Mask Milano. And you know, when I wanted to go and have a chat, I was just like, it's too busy, I'll come back. And you know, when you're at Exsence, you leave a booth, you're like, I'll come back. Chances are not gonna happen. You will go and get busy as well. So they have Piazza Affari, and this is by Cecil Maton. So I'm not very familiar with many of the fragrances she's done. Would be interesting to even try them. So Piazza Affari. I'm trying to go. Oh my God, you guys! I just got a whiff of that, and very nice, very nice. Ooh, I'm smelling quite nice, and this is nice. You know, you go walk outside. Oh my God, what are you wearing? Where shall I start? I'm wearing a million fragrances, but yeah, let's go in. Let's go in somewhere where. Oh my God, we've got the original advert here. I'm smelling so many things. This is nice, but okay, let's go in the middle. We're just gonna spray. So these again, the Milano fragrance are very nice because I love the packaging. They're nice, and this is more floral, like more green. It's more green. It's green. It's a greenish fragrance. I've not sniffed this one. So this is, it's more green. It's got some citrus, and almost like, I don't know if that's, you know, like a bit of like a herb. It feels to me, smells like a bit of some herbs. Quite nice, interesting. Yeah, so it's, I don't know, from what's in the collection, and you guys, you know how versatile that collection is. The Milano Fragrance, there's something, you've got something with tea, something with incense, you know, roses, you name it, everything in between. It's, it's, do you know the fragrance which is coming to my mind when I smell this? I will tell you. Debbie was the green one in that collection. Yes. Um, Boy is quite right. I'm being lazy, aren't I? Hold on. We do have paper strips. Look at this. Paul, I was just being lazy. Look at all these strips. I really should put them to good use. I'm ashamed of myself. I've got these paper strips I'm gonna spray on. It would be better, I think, for us. But you know what? I want to have them on my skin so that I can also smell. Wow. Exactly, isn't it, John? Yes, thanks, John. Paul, I'm thinking to myself, it's better if I have them on skin because then I can smell them a bit more. Even later on, I can be like, oh, okay, this is that Piazza Affari. Very nice. It's nice. I like it's growing on me. But the fragrance I was more interested, which I was actually looking forward to want to try, was the Panettone, because I remembered now that I did smell it even last year when I went to Exsence, which, by the way, hasn't even been a year by the time we had another Exxons, because obviously normally Exxons should be in March, but for whatever reason, obviously after all the cancellations, blah blah blah, last year it was a bit later in the year. I think it was in May. So by the time we went, it wasn't even like a year. It was like months later we meet again. But this is nice. Definitely, this has some citruses, limes, bergamot. This is more. This is definitely more Italian style, fougere style, very much. You can smell those citruses. Very, very nice, like very green. You know, like how shall I explain? You know, like from the fruits, when you have the citruses, like maybe mandarins or lemons, or that citrusness, that green, almost green smell, but almost like sticky citrus smell. That's what I'm getting. And definitely, yeah, it's going with the lovely body oil. Oh, I had the body oil just here. I didn't even spray any body oil here, but I did. I do moisturize my skin. That's the zesty peel. Yes, zesty. Oh my God! See, the words just the words escaped my mouth. But thank you, John. The zesty peel. That's exactly what I'm getting, but ever so inviting, very fresh. This is lovely fresh. Definitely summer fragrance. Summer fragrance for sure. And then we come to the Panettone, and this one was interpreted by Matilda. Oh my God, am I gonna say Bija? Oh my God, I won't say the name, but I don't know if you are able to read that. Matilda. Yes, so that is Panettone. From what I remember before I sprayed was that it was a yummy gourmand, like the smell of the Panettone. So the Panettone is, how shall we say, is it, do you say it's a cake, the Panettone? It's Italian loaf, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, Panettone. Come on, we're gonna go on skin a bit on here. This is this is a fruity spicy cake. Is it spicy really? I don't remember it being spicy, but oh my God, John, it's like you just said the smell. This is, yes, fruity, yummy. This might sound weird, but to me it actually smells a bit lactonic, to my nose at least. To my nose it smells a bit lactonic, you guys. Anyone get that from this one, from the Panettone? I don't know, has anyone smelled the Panettone? It's really nice. It's very, very inviting. This is the fragrance. I smell it, immediately takes me to a cafe, you know, like a cafe, they are baking lots of stuff. All I can smell is these kind of like caramels, like tonic smells, yummy, like something milky, you know, like a, yeah, kind of like a latte with like a caramel, you know, caramel something, you know. Very, very, very nice. It's very nice. Definitely. This again, I feel definitely I would wear it more like in the fall, you know, winter time. That kind of autumn winter is definitely the time I. Very nice. I was gonna buy one when I this is something I tell you guys. So passing through the airport, I'm like, I've got a lot of time. Let's go shop around. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a panettone cake to take with me. And I go in the shop and they have a panettone about this size, I would say, in a pack, about slightly milky. Okay, yes. Yeah, it does smell very lactonic. Anyway, so I go in the shop, you guys. They've got a panettone about this size in the packaging, whatever. About this size. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take this. But before I take it, I just kind of casually looked, oh, what price is it? And I see, like, was it 56 euros? I'm like, hang on a minute. What kind of cake is this? 56? Sorry. I was like, that is so bloody expensive. I'm like, 56 euros for a cake? Come on. I mean, it's not even like special cake. It was small. I'm like, that. I felt to myself, that's a bit much. I thought to myself, okay, should I buy this one because it will be special that it's coming from Italy? Oh, for this price, I could make my kids much happier to buy a cake, which I know they're gonna like, because my kids sometimes are so picky. They'll look at something, they don't like how it looks. However nice it tastes, they couldn't care. If they don't like how it looks, it's not appealing, they will not want it. So I thought, I'm trying to remember how I smell a panettone. Is it dry? Is it what? Will I need to have cream with it or stuff like that? So I'm like, I think at this point I will just go and please my kids, buy a cake which I know they're gonna like, because I was thinking about what I'm gonna have on the Easter, and I can get someone, the lady that bakes for me, to bake some lovely cupcakes to go with, nicely themed cupcakes that will please them more. So I thought I'll save the 56 euros because that's already like 50 pounds. I thought to myself, a bit too much, don't you think? And the other thing is, I remembered this is bad, you guys, because I remembered that when I was shopping around Christmas in Marks and Spencer's, I'm sure I had seen the cake for like maybe £15 or £18. So I'm thinking £50. I'm like, I'm just gonna have excess stuff to carry around. I can't be bothered. Anyway, it's bulky. It won't even fit in my bag. So no. So I didn't buy it. But I don't know. Should I regret that? Anyway, but this is really nice. This is really nice. With that said, there's something in the background, almost like some fruits, like red fruits, there's something there, very nice, really nice. I don't know if they tell us. Actually, this is quite interesting because these ones are telling us the notes. So there's some bitter, yes, that's what I'm saying, those fruits, nice. Yes, there's bitter orange, there's mandarin, there's ginger, there's carrot seed as well. Carrot seed, how interesting. And there's davana. And then in the hot notes, there's, Django Essence. Ram Pure Django Essence, it says. And then there's Everlasting Flower Absolute. And there's Tagetes seeds. Tagetes seeds. Tagetes seeds, guys. Anyone knows what that is? Dry as old boots. So interesting. And then in the base there's Vanilla Absolute and Vinyl. Oh, something Gaiaco Natural. You guys, you know what these notes are? Someone tell me, Tagetes seeds, what are they? Because my mind is blank. I can't think of Tagetes seeds. Anyone know what they are? Please tell me. But this is very nice. Which reminds me, let's go back. Okay, sampling the Piazza Affari. Still very nice. Yes, still smelling those limes, those citruses. So I'll tell you what's in them. At the top, this is for Piazza Affari. At the top, there is pink pepper pure jungle essence. Pink pepper pure jungle essence. Very interesting. And then there is cardamom pure jungle essence. You guys, pure jungle essence, what is that? And then there's some black currant and there's lime. That lime is very pronounced. And obviously that cardamom. Okay, so very nice. And in the heart there is bourbon geranium. There is also lavender. And in the base there is cedarwood. There is bourbon vetiver as well. And gaiac oud. This has got oud. I could not tell by smelling this fragrance that there is some oud in here, to be honest. I could not tell you that because I did not pick that up at all. The wood in here, it's probably there to add backbone to the fragrance, but it's not pronounced. It's not something I would smell and tell you this is oud fragrance. I don't get that at all. Quite interesting. Very interesting. So, anyone found out what that is? You guys, that Tagete, what was it? Tagete seeds. Anyone found out what that is? I will have to look that up a bit later on. Okay, moving on. So we've spoken about that. Moving on, the other. Okay, let's not go to the bottles yet. Let's speak about the other stuff that I sampled. I went to the Dusita Paris, and obviously you guys Dusita. I went and I was given this to try. So this is their sample pack. It's from the collection signature. So the signature collection, and this one has. We have Isara. I've tried Isara before, which I absolutely loved. And we have Moonlight in Chiang Mai. And we have Anamkara. So quite interesting. And just in the back it says, it's true that man should not give in to the dream. But without it, what is life? And this is from by Montri Umajani. I think Montri is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Dusita's, what's her name? That's her dad. Because her dad, I think you guys, you know this about the brand. The dad used to be a poet and he wrote lots of poems. And some of the fragrances are based on that and on his life. So quite interesting. So Isara, again, these I'm gonna do a review of even. So we have, I'm trying to think what's her name because now I can't remember what is that. But Isara, from what I remember, was a lovely, quite a big fragrance if I'm not mistaken from what I remember. So, and this is extract, they are all extract parfums as well. So the samples come looking like so. It's nice samples. So Isara, so let's go. Wow, I smell nice. Definitely panettone here. Lovely stuff. Oh, we've got some tuberosa going on in here. Definitely not even the best way to do justice to the fragrance when we've got something else, but oh my god. Let's go on the blotter before we are told off. Actually, I'll write on it as well. So this is gonna be Isara. That way we can go back later to try the fragrance. And this was panettone. Mask Milano. Yeah. Okay. We haven't sprayed anything yet, so let's go. This is Isara. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I remember it being a bit more punchy than I'm getting at this very minute. No, Paul, don't feel bad. Just says you always smell good. Yeah, I should hope so. Do you know why it's my worst nightmare? To be rushing somewhere and then smell of sweat. Anyway, this is nice. From what I remember from the fragrance, it was a bit more punchy than I'm smelling, but I don't know if it's because I've smelled a few things and my nose is getting overwhelmed. I just can't smell it much now. That is annoying because I remember it smelling quite potent than I'm getting from it now. Where is my coffee? Should I smell some coffee, you guys? Should I smell some coffee? Let's see. Okay, that's better. Paul, don't feel bad. Honestly, don't. Anyway, Isara, I feel like I need to get back to this fragrance because for whatever reason, I'm not picking up much. I'm not picking up much anything at all from this. That's so weird. Like, I can't smell it much. Believe it or not, I can smell what's on me. I don't know if it's because my nose is already familiar with the smells I have on or what's going on. I really can smell all the citruses, everything. The Archivat, the Anne. I can smell them. I can smell them. I can't smell this. I can't smell it. So weird. I'm gonna try Moonlight in Chiang Mai. Let's see if we pick up something from there. If I don't smell anything from here, then I'm gonna have to stop and carry on later because there's no point in me trying to tell you something if I can't smell anything. There's no point to be sampling if we are not able to pick up anything, is there? Okay, we're gonna go on another blotter. Okay, so this is Moonlight in Chiang Mai. This is more fresh. I smell it. I smell it. This is more fresh. Fresh flowers. That's what I smell. But again, I can't say anything is jumping at me. I can smell that I'm smelling something, but I can't tell you anything jumping at me. This is why I would rather wear a fragrance on my skin, because on the paper I think it's just sucking it all up. I can't smell anything. Let me try up here. And look, you guys, I'm smelling a lot. Come on. That is so bad. It just went up my nose. Oh no. I hope so. I should smell heavenly for sure. How about that? It's those citruses, you guys. This is nice. When I did this, I can smell the citrus from the Piazza Ferry. I can smell the citrus from the Archivat. I can smell the freshness from Anne. I need to bottle it. Can you imagine? But this is nice. If you walk outside, it's like, what do you smell? You know, I remember one time I was coming from an event from Jovoy, and this is when I've spread God knows how many fragrances I spread, and I get on the train and I sit down, and this guy opposite me is like, oh my God, you smell amazing. What are you wearing? I was like, to be honest, quite a few things. Because I was at the perfume event and I sprayed lots of things, so I couldn't tell you what I'm wearing, but it was a mixture of all sorts, gourmands, flowers, you name it. Everything was on me. Okay, I think I won't spray anymore to spread to kind of get what it is. We're gonna have to do that later, but I will just show you. I was gonna talk to you guys. We're gonna have to talk about that later, I think. But coming up, we will talk about this collection from Begum. Yeah, I try not to in the shop because you smell. Yeah, uh, yeah, true, true. So we've got these fragrances, these samples. Obviously, all these brands were given, these samples were given by the brands at Exsence. So with no obligation to do anything, but I felt like I should share about them. So this is the Begum. So you know the Begum collection, and I was showing the bottle the other day we have. This is how the bottles from this collection looks like. So this is, they are more, how do they call this, heritage collection, or they are more special collection like everyone has. So the bottles look quite nice. So this one, this is King Noble, and these are parfum, and the bottle looks like that. It's a black bottle. And then we have this one. This is the Universe of Love, and look at that, it's a paper bottle, obviously, as you can see. So this collection, very interesting. I so would love to tell you. I'll try to see if I can smell those. And this is Stars Dance. Yes, the Stars Dance. And then we have, look at that emerald. Oh, how lovely is that? This is Magic Valley. So I imagine, okay. This collection I was quite impressed with. Very, very nice from the Begum. And the other collection, I think, so you can tell the difference in the collection. That's how this collection, the bottles look like so. And the other collection, their bottles look like so. So this is from their collection, which they talk about. Their story is quite interesting, and I've spoken about these fragrances before on here. So John is saying, I try not to in a shop because you smell it later and have no blood idea what the one you love is anymore. True. I don't know, a lovely Anjum, she stocks these in the UK. Absolutely, yes. So the Begum collection you can get from my friend Anjam, Accolade Parfums. She stocks them in the UK. If you are in London as well, still you can still as well sample them. Jovoy has them. So very interesting. But I'm not sure. I don't think that Anjam stocks this, John, because this is more their newer collection, and there I think some were recently added to the collection. So be nice to speak about them. Let's just try if we can smell something at least. It'd be a shame, wouldn't it? It's very hard for me to find room where I do not have anything. I literally have nowhere to put this. Nowhere, but I'm gonna try up here in the corner of my arm if I can reach that. I can smell that. I can smell that, but it's, I'm very distracted in smelling things at the minute, but I'll try. So this collection, I love how the bottle looks. The bottles look absolutely amazing. Very, very nice. And the ladies, I love the Begum ladies as well. And yes, this is nice. And with this one, these ones they have not. So it's a caramelized leaf, and this is with eco cannabis. Eco cannabis. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. This has cannabis. I could not tell you that. And this is the one from the green bottle. So this one is called the Magic Valley. So Magic Valley with the magic ingredient cannabis. See what I did there? So this one has jasmine, magnolia, and white flower. And in the base it has ambrox, hoodie, and vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. So ideally, this fragrance, we should expect it to be a bit more almost creamy-ish in the base, nice, yummy-ish. I'm not getting that, but maybe I'm not just picking things out as I should because my nose, I think I have nose fatigue. I think. John. John says he has no idea how the cannabis, the legs maybe, yeah. Yeah, but it's quite interesting. I can actually smell that vanilla now. The vanilla, yes. And you guys have said this before. I love the combination of a sandalwood and vanilla. I always feel like generally the vanilla and sandalwood, they mix very well together. And this one has both. So this one also has masks. So I imagine white masks because the other masks are banned. So this is quite nice. This, in that base, what I'm smelling at this point, it's got, I think the vanilla used in here is the same vanilla that we get in Kohinoor Diamond for her, because I know this fragrance because I wear it. So that vanilla, it has very similar line going through it. So the Kohinoor Diamond for her, this is again nice, lovely, a bit of vanilla. Let's just, I'm gonna try and see what we get from that, but I quite like this. And the bottle for presentation, this is supposedly to be the Kohinoor Diamond, and I think a lot of you guys are very much aware about the Kohinoor Diamond because everybody keeps asking. People have been lately, a lot of countries have been asking this this family to give back the diamond where it belongs. So I think South Africa wants it. I think in Asia they want it. So who knows? Because the story of the diamond is quite interesting. God knows which is true, and there's lots of legends about it as well. So, but yes. So this definitely has that vanilla running through it. Similar. You can tell like these fragrances are related. Not that they are the same. It's like sometimes if you see a mom and then you see maybe the dad, you can be like, okay, and then you see the daughter, you be like, okay, those two are related. Some familiarity. That's what I mean. That's what I'm getting. But yeah. John, let's not go there. But this is really nice. This is really nice. I would love to try more of that, and that Magic Valley definitely up my street. And then we have Dance Stars, so we will try these on as well, and at some point I should get a chance to do a review. And just as well, something else I was gonna show you, I probably won't be able to spray because I won't smell anything, is this cute little box like so. So this is Elysium Eternal Euphoria, the Discovery Kit, and it looks like so. It's actually very nice, especially now that I'm more interested in packaging, because I know what effort is being put in there. I mean, not that I've never known, but it's different when you know how hard it is to get certain things, or what effort must have been made to achieve that. Please. Yes, John. Yes. So this is one of the brands which was very eye-catching for me. Eye-catching in that their presentation was just wow, and on their stand they had these lacquered vanity cases where they had the fragrances, the presentation, and they were floral. like they were like in black but florals running through green, reds, and they were the most stunningly beautiful things I saw at Exsence, to the point I was like, I was literally telling the guy, like, can you just not sell me? Can I get just the box? Even if I don't get the fragrance, can I take it home? He was like, no, they only had these two made. I'm like, they had two of them. They were super stunning. I've got a picture. I will share it at some point because I have a video and stuff, and I have so much footage from Exsence which I haven't even been able to share because honestly I have not had the time to sit down to edit. If I get a chance, I would love to do that because it's a shame that you can't see it because it was just so beautiful. So like these flowers anyway, so the Elysium, their discovery sets, like so this is again solid box, you know. And yes, John, that's the thing. That is the thing. So this is the discovery set, and I think one is falling out because I think there was still another fragrance there. So their fragrances, they have these names. We have Classy, we have You, we have So, there's Illy. So these are the fragrances. So be interesting, but I think I'm not gonna spray them. I would rather wait to when my nose can pick things out because I feel like I can't. But it's interesting. This brand, they were sharing the booth with another brand called Lord Milano. So Lord Milano had I think you guys, I showed you, yes, it's here. Oh my gosh, come on. So Lord Milano, I think you guys, I even saw them even last year. So and they gave me this. So I literally had, I'm gonna give this to someone. It's going somewhere because I've got still another box. But this is their discovery set, Lord Milano. So they're, it's the other way around. So their fragrances are there like that. They are 10 mils, so that's essentially 50 mil. But I'm trying to get, because there's a different packaging, and as we are talking about, the presentation was everything, because this discovery set, you guys, for a discovery set, that is quite a lot, because that is a ad material, you know, very quiet, really quality stuff. Like this box, hello, I would love this box even just for my fragrances, and they had them for the discovery set. And not only that, they were quite generous because these are all 10 mil fragrances. So we're going to talk about those as well, and I'm going to send one of these to someone here. So, and then this is another fragrance. I think this is a brand to watch out for as well, Argentum. I discovered that they are actually based in the UK, in Notting Hill. So they're in Notting Hill, but I find it quite interesting about their collection. So these are all about archetypes. So, and they are also based around the elements. So the elements, we have earth, fire, you know, air, and all sorts. But very, very interesting. And their discovery said, again, a lot of effort went in. And this is one thing I noticed at Exsence this year. It was a lot about the presentation. Lots of brands where, you know, bottles, you can tell that everybody is trying so hard to get a unique bottle, to have a unique cup, to, you know, like everyone is trying so hard, and that was quite interesting. The other thing I noticed this year at Exsence was the quality of fragrances. Last year I felt like almost a lot of the things I sampled last year were citruses, like a lot of Italian fragrances. This year, I'm happy to say there were more variety. Like this year, you could sample fragrances which were quite different. So I discovered quite a few fragrances and some French brands which were very interesting. And speaking of French brands, I discovered a brand that was called, oh my God, what was it called? Because I have their blotters somewhere, because they did not even have samples at the time I went there. And the guy was like, we actually have this that's left on the table to show. I'm trying to see this brand. It's called Christian Tortu Paris, that brand. And this guy, he had, I think they were like 5 fragrances, and these 5 fragrances were so realistic, so lovely, so beautiful. They are based around flowers, because he's collaborated with a guy, one of the most renowned florists in Paris, who's done flower bouquets for royalty, for presidents, you name it, the US presidents, all these famous people. So they've collaborated, made flowers based on, fragrances, and they were so interesting, so lovely, so beautiful. The forest, it's like you're walking in a forest, so realistic. I loved that brand, and I'm really looking to make a follow-up, because I would love to sample more, to have those fragrances. So I'm just looking. He's stocked up, looks lovely. Yes, yes. And decent time for the discovery. Absolutely, yes, exactly. Very, at least with that discovery set, we wouldn't be like, oh no, one spray because I don't have enough, otherwise my 2 mil is gonna vanish shortly. Yes. So I'm gonna, you could remember, because Paul, I'm telling you, Paul is saying he can't imagine trying to remember all the brands, and you could remember, because everyone is unique. Everyone is unique. And I met some really unique, lovely people, very interesting. And the other people which I met who were quite interesting is the brand owner, the perfumer behind the fragrances, Aiko. Do you say Aiko? Eco. How do you say it? The IOK.KO, what, 1951? And he's the same man behind the brand Antiqua. So I didn't know they were the two brands were sister brands, but they are. I met the man behind them. So interesting to learn from these perfumers. No, I didn't even see Jez. I didn't even realize he was there until I came back and I saw a picture someone is posted. I think, what's quite interesting, John? Some people which are like which you could say are attention seekers online, when you see them in real life, you would not believe this, but they are like, they do not even want to be talked to. They are very shy. They are not even that person, which I found quite interesting. But no, I didn't see Jeza. But let's go into the Argentum. So Argentum like that, and fragrance. So again, lots of effort have gone into this discovery set, and looks like so. And you have that information leaflet. So it's just telling you about what to expect in there. And this is the wheel of the fragrances that are in the collection. So at the moment there is 12 fragrances, and so the fragrances all start, you've got the magician, the hero, anyway, like that. So all around the sun. So we're going around the sun, and with that, this is, look at that, you guys. Speaking of presentation, when you see brands that have gone to these extremes, it's like I need to improve on my packaging. And this is so, and they're all like this. So that's the jester and that, and he'll tell you about, you know, whatever you need to know. And this is reveal your energy. And I just want to take it out for you to see. So, and then it will tell you again. So like I said, it's where they've really made a lot of effort, because it's telling you what the fragrance is about. So the jester is feel the spirit of number 3 as joy and laughter lead you to your freedom. Have faith in the process and trust the outcome as energies of fun and mischief bring out the pleasure of understanding. And joyfully tropical. So this fragrance is joyfully tropical, leads a sparkling symphony of green tangerine, bergamot, blood orange, yielding warm berry ginger, etc. And this is made, you guys, 95.6% from natural origins. And this brand, they were initially just making lots of creams and stuff like that. So then they've gone on to do a fragrance, and so it's just telling us about this. I'm very excited to speak about this brand, and definitely I will go more into them. I'm like, shall I try to smell it? Let's see if we can smell anything, because our nose has let us down at this point, hasn't it? Our nose is let us down. Definitely. So, and this is how the samples look like, you guys. So it's just saying Argentum, the jester, and obviously they'll open up like so. The only downside, these are dab, and you guys, you know how I feel about having to dab things. It's like, come on, you know, that don't even, come on. So anyway, we have to really open it first. Still sealed. Now it's open. Now we can dab. Yeah, so, and the fragrance is coming out, it's like that. So if you rub it in, smell it, something nice, you know. Yeah, John, the dabbers are not really my best friend. You know how I feel about that. I mean, it all went so very well until we got to the dabbers. And I realized, I realized, yes, well said, Paul. I couldn't agree more. I realized, John, this was going also very well until we got to that point. Then I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know. I'm not a fan of dabbers at all. Which reminds me, I still have a I still have a collection of some samples from, I can't remember where, but they were all dabbers. I'm like, why, please? And no, don't do dabs, please. Don't do dabs. Just keep it simple. Sprayers. Keep it simple. Sprayers. That's it. I don't like dabbers. They just put me off. They absolutely put me off. And the brand, this brand, their bottles are like all black, sort of long shaped, round, long bottles. Quite nice, quite nice. Anyway, moving on. My God, shall we move on? Okay, I will just show you. So you guys, I richly have, come on, I have these. These are the samples from Jardin Les Trouve, and we have a whole lot of samples, but I would love to sample with you guys. So we have these, and this collection, I posted a video about this brand before. If you didn't see it, have a look and just listen as the creative director Claire spoke to us. She shared a lot. So I have these samples. So you guys, we could not possibly even get started in these because there's a whole lot of the samples to go through. So quite a lot. We should go through this, but I'm not gonna start now. And there is their new fragrance, which is called, what was it called? It's based about a garden in Asia. These ones, they are all based on gardens around the world. So I'm trying to find the last one, because the last one was Osmanthus Liu Yuan. So this is the name. Liu Yuan is the name of the garden that this fragrance is based on, and it's quite interesting. So this garden is in China. So very, very interesting. So we shall take these trips together, because we have gardens in Paris. We have some gardens that you know, all over the place. So lots of gardens all over the world. Would be interesting to try that. And yeah, we're gonna have to have time to do this, to sample, and it will be interesting to sample these. And the other brand, so that brand I found really very interesting, and I love what they are doing. It's quite something very interesting. And then the other brand, obviously, I got to try and sample. I did sample the Kajal. So we did sample Kajal. I have lots of their samples as well. So we sampled I have samples. These are samples, and so we have these samples we should sample as well. And I didn't have the bottles, but I did. How gorgeous is that? That's from their last release. So Massa and what's the name? Massa, yes, and also it just is stunning, that green. So the emerald, look at that. Oh, John. No, I think because Amaz. That's it. Thank you. Because I'm looking at the samples, I can't. It's not on here, and I realized I have these other samples as well. So we have lots of samples, and oh my God, yes, John, you are quite right there when you say I look exhausted looking, because now I thought, oh my God, that's like 15 samples. And then we've got these, it's like so much. And then we have this. This is another interesting brand I discovered. Kung Fu Star. That cup is stunning, absolutely stunning. Amaz, thank you. Thank you, Rosa Amaz. And Rosa, you know what it was with the Amaz. Anyway, we have these other samples. There are a lot of samples. They're like, I don't know, I can't even count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 samples, and this is from a brand out of Paris, and they are called Nayasia. Some, hold on, I'm trying to bring it where you can read. Where is the camera? Where's the camera? Somewhere, come on. There. No, you can't read. I don't know, it's not focusing enough for you to read. But this brand, so it's Nayasia. So him a l'amour. So I think a song of love from my interpretation of French. So yeah, okay. Anyway, so sorry, John, I'm laughing. As men pastors, Fast and the Furious, we undoubtedly, because we will be doing this for quite a while to come, because we still have a whole bag of stuff we should speak about. You guys, I'm not even kidding. Look at that. We still have a whole bag. So I haven't even gotten to even open these ones. I've not gotten to even get into them, and there is a whole lot of things in there which we need to get through, and there's some Jopiro, some, I don't know, we have a whole lot of stuff. This is a brand, you guys, I am really looking forward to speak to you about, because this brand is so interesting, and they were doing some caviar based things. It was so cool. They had, you know, like caviar with the bacon. Like, oh my god, okay, that is interesting. Okay, so we will still be here talking about this, and then there was this. So very interesting. And then there were these. Oh my god, you guys, there's too much to talk about. And then there's a whole bunch of samples. Is yes. So oh my god, there's all okay, but so log into our return. Oh John. Anyway, yes, and extend. Now, John, you understand when I said I want to sample these and pass them on for other people to go and enjoy as well, because there is a whole situation, issue with even space, you know, because then all these are new fragrances. So there's all this. Oh my god, you guys, if you haven't checked it out, so this is new one from Collage, and this one, it's a limited edition for a shop in the US, Lucky Scent. But oh my gosh, this is the one Flavia's created with his girl, his youngest, and it's called Evie. And this is just a fun gourmand fragrance, very enjoyable, very fun, fruity. It's quite nice, just good. That cherry ink. This one you mean? No, this is the passion rose. So very interesting. This is a rose. Oh, this is so nice. I wore it to work for 2 days, and every single day everyone was like, it's so nice. And you know what, in that moment I realized I was getting compliment from a rose fragrance, when generally I don't tend to love to wear rose fragrances out much, to be honest. Lots of times I'm out, I'm wearing something gourmand-ish, you know, or ambery. I like such things. But I realized, oh, actually, this maybe does suit my skin, because I've always found that gourmand fragrances work very well on my skin. But I realized, actually, that works well on my skin. And then there's the rose I wore, the Miracle of Roses from Miguel Matos. Oh my God, I was getting compliments. I'm like, what? Oh, okay. Yes, this Lorenzo Passeria with these fragrances. I have some samples. Sex and the Sea, very interesting names, but this brand, it was quite popular at Exsence, I believe. But the guy behind the fragrance is a lovely man, so you can't help but actually fall in love with his fragrances. So we have the samples. There's Escopazo, and we have, there is Van Ecstasy, and then there is Dream Sea, and we have Pax. I think this is one of their more popular fragrance. A lot of people, I think, do like this. And then we have Sex Sea, and then we have, what do we have? Bloody Smoke. Yeah, Bloody Smoke. So we will sample all these, but I fell in love with that passion rose the moment I smelled it. And Rosa is laughing. I know why Rosa is laughing. So we have all that to look forward to. And we, oh my God, hold on. Anyway, so there's Bloody Smoke. Sounds like my mother. Jon Snow. Your mom shouting, but yes, so we have all that, which is quite interesting. And there was a luxury overdose as well. And these are the other brand I'm looking forward to speak to you about as well. They had a very interesting concept about the fragrance, and I have a collection of their fragrances. So in love with the cocos, we will speak about them. Quite interesting. And this is the other brand as well, Jopero. They had very interesting sugar rum. So we have a collection of these fragrances. We're gonna speak about them, and we have lots of other fragrances from Ella. So yeah, there's still quite a lot of things that we should speak about, and I will try my best, because ideally I should share with you. So okay. So Rosa is saying that Pax is the parfum inspired by Lorenzo Pacellia himself. So interesting. So we will talk about all that. And I met Sarah as well as I was there, and she gave me a sample set. It just so happens that I probably have half of these fragrances in this box, because I do have quite a collection of Sarah Baker's fragrances. So I'm quite happy to share the ones I have full bottles of. So there's Tartan, Ludo, Atlant, Charade, Jezebel, Greek Keys, Gold Sport, and I have Atlant, I have Jezebel. So I'm more than happy to have to share these with other people, for other people to try, because there's no point in me keeping everything if I'm not even gonna smell it or even use it, because I have lots of Sarah's fragrances, and every time I think we meet, she always gives me something. So yes, but we still have those fragrances to try, and this year's this situation to try, and the Evie fragrance comes like so very interesting. The fragrance which comes in this Botanica, I think you guys, you saw, I posted a video about them. That's the fragrance, and the fragrance is called Flower Cafe. They are out of Spain. So this is a brand out of Spain. I had not tried their fragrances until at Exsence. They actually were not exhibiting, but we were actually, it was Rosa, she's here, and Rosa invited me to their party. So we went. It was a flamenco party, and what is more exotic than me being at a flamenco party in Milan? See what I did there? Yes, flamenco party in Milan. So it was very interesting. We went, there were, I think I posted a video as well, there was a live band, so they were playing live music, and the dancers, flamenco dancers. And because I think some of you know, my daughter used to do Spanish dancing, so for me that was such a treat. I thought, oh, she would be so excited to be here and watch this, even though it's not exactly the same, but I found some moves were quite similar, you know. The music is very much similar, and it was just very interesting and very nice. You're very part of it. Oh, John. And Paul says brands have been quite, yes, I think brands were very generous. I can't complain. I mean, even if I didn't get anything, I would be happy with that. But it was lots of brands just gave like, oh, would you like to try, or would you, you know. So yeah, so it was nice, especially if I said I am Miya the blogger. If I say I've got my own brand, maybe they're not very, yeah. Anyway, yes, the brands were quite generous, so at least we got some bottles, some, you know, lots of samples and stuff. So yes, it was, you know, I think it was a nice kind of, how shall I say, a consolation, like, oh, you spent your time here, you came, so at least something to show off for, like, I was here, okay, this is what I brought. And just to discover a lot of the fragrances, and it was just nice to meet lots of people. Um, no, John, you know what I did? What I did was I bought less luggage going, more on the way back, because I knew I'm definitely gonna bring back something. So I packed in a way that I won't be stressed, but I was okay, I think, with the weight. Me and also we were just like, getting to the check-in, but we checked in okay. But it was nice as well because the airline I was flying with is one of the airline that we operate, and I had my badge as well. I had my pass, my work pass, in case anything. I can flash my badge like I'm one of you guys. I'm based at Gatwick, and everyone knows London Gatwick. So it's, sometimes it kind of helps. I flash my badge. I work for this airline, and I just have to flash my badge. So yeah, but it was really nice, and you're very wise to see. Yeah, right. John, can you not see the double chin? Oh my God! Come summer, I will go without meaning to offend anyone. Come summer, I'll probably go to the beach in a full bikini. No way in sight. No, no. But yeah, so it was quite interesting, and it was nice, and it was nice to see old friends, make new friends. I think I've made some new friends which we're gonna be friends for, friends for life, make new friend buddies across the globe. So, and Rosa is one of them, and it's just nice, and yeah. So I sampled as well. There was a brand which had like cannabis based products. I should post a video of that. If I do check it out. But they have all these plant-based products or creams and stuff for skin, and quite interesting. And they had like these cannabis plants and cannabis things, dried ones, like in a jar, and I'm thinking to myself, if would they allow this in the UK, you guys? Because I was thinking to have a cannabis plant, but they had that, and it's legal. They make, from these CBD oils and stuff. So quite interesting. But all in all, it was a very interesting experience, and I was so glad to go. And of course, I'll go again. I would love to go. So yes, so now it's like more things to look forward to. Bring on PT. So yeah. So yes. So otherwise, that's that. We are not gonna sample any more fragrances because we are nose fatigued at this point. But I'm just looking at the time. Oh my God, we've been going on forever. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. And I want to be here so much all the time, but life sometimes is just so busy, so busy. But I'm doing my very best. If you don't see me here, just know I'm working hard somewhere else, always busy. So it's nice. I'm gonna do my best to really be here and bring more content. If I get a chance, I may just have to post stuff, because I was hoping I will sit down, put a video together to post, but I think I may never get that chance. So what I may do is I'll post individual videos which I can, just to showcase what it was about. And bear with me, so you might see maybe more shorts or more shorter videos. I will do that. In any case, I honestly, genuinely do not have an idea when I'm gonna actually be able to sit down, shoot reviews. I'm like, do a summer list fragrances. I don't have the time to do it. So this was me on holiday sitting down. So, but I'm here, and I'm just a message away, if anything. Don't be strangers. And I appreciate whenever someone checks on me, like, you haven't posted in a while. Oh, good. I'm like, oh, good. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for always being here. You are very much highly appreciated. And I will see you soon. So do take care. Until next time, I might be back in the week, maybe midweek sometime, maybe I'll let you know. I'll do a post if ever I have a chance to come back, because we should finish talking about these fragrances. And yes, so have a lovely evening, afternoon, and a great week ahead. And I will see you soon. Do take care. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, John. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening and go and be awesome and enjoy your fragrances. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.